Welcome to Messy Mindfulness Movement Edition. One part of our body that can feel, kind of messy is our hips and low back, especially if you've been sitting a lot, or honestly for any reason. And so this is a short movement practice where we're gonna get a little movement in our hips. We're gonna start standing and end lying down. So go ahead and find a position that allows you to pretty much evenly distribute your weight between your feet. And just take a moment just to kind of shift side to side and forward and back, just to get used to just kind of feeling your feet on the ground. Now, if you have shoes on, I highly recommend taking them off, but that's not required. So whatever kind of ground you're on, I'm on fabulous outdoor ground, kind of lumpy, but that adds to the experience here. And I want you just to start to shift your weight so you can lift up one foot. And if that feels too much, just balance on a toe or the ball of your foot and then shift to the other. And go ahead and just shift back and forth a few times just on your own. No particular pace or agenda beyond just shifting your weight. Now this time as you shift your weight, doesn't matter what foot you're on, bring the other leg forward and a little bit back behind you. So just getting used to that idea. And then the other side. So again, shifting your weight, bringing the leg forward and behind you. And we're gonna explore that a little bit bigger. I'm gonna change angles here. So stepping into one foot or the other, again, we'll do both sides. We're not gonna worry about what side we start with. So go ahead and start to balance, bringing one of your legs up. Now, if you need to hold on to a wall, a tree, a friend, whatever, go ahead and do that, but bring the leg up. And then step the leg back. And I want you to shift your weight evenly into both feet and then back into the front leg, lift up, step back. Shift your weight into both legs. So we're shifting to the front leg and then shifting to both legs. Let's do that just one more time. And then we're gonna hang out with the leg back. So from here, take a few times to lift and lower your heel on the back foot. I think that feels really good. If it doesn't, try a slightly different position. Now, if you're saying, am I doing it right? Yes. Are you lifting and lowering your heel? Cool, you're doing it right. We get too caught up in form on things sometimes. Form can be super important. It is super important. But sometimes it's just an exploration. It's pretty low stakes. From here, woo, catch your balance. From here, come to a little bit of stillness. Put a bend in the front leg of any amount, might be little, might be bigger. And then I want you to think of tucking your hips under and bringing your back knee forward. So there'll be a bend in the knee and you'll start to feel a little bit more of a stretch on the front of your hip flexor and release. So you're gonna lift the heel, tuck the hip under, think about bringing your knee forward and release. So yes, this is work. There's muscle effort happening here, but you're also getting a nice stretch and opening in the front of the hip. Let's do that just two more times. Good, and go ahead and release, and let's do the other side. So I'll go ahead and switch. Let's try it from the front here, right? So the other leg, so we'll stand into the other foot. Start by bringing the opposite leg up, and then stepping it back, shifting your weight into both feet evenly. Shift your weight into the front foot, woo, right, balance. Send it back. Balance is a fascinating thing, more than we're gonna talk about here today. But just if we can have a sense of humor about our balance rather than taking it too seriously, it can really help. You can wobble, right? It's part of life. Go ahead and do this just one more time, bringing your leg up and then stepping it back. And then from here, we're going to lift the heel and lower the heel. And especially if you don't have shoes on, this can feel really good in the foot, feels great in the calf. Again, yes, it's work, but let's also notice how it can feel really good to add this kind of movement. Just do a couple more. You could add your arms, you could add jazz hands, whatever you want. Woo, jazz hands took me out almost. Now from here, go ahead and come to evenly distribute your weight between both feet. Shift your weight forward a little bit, put a bend in that front leg of any amount, and then we're gonna tuck that back hip under, bending the knee, and release. So again, you'll come up to the ball of the foot just naturally. Think about bringing the front of that hip crease forward with the leg going along for the ride. So again, getting a little opening in that hip flexor. Ooh, woo, feels good. This ground that I'm on, there was rain earlier, so it's kind of like a natural wobble board. Go ahead and do that one more time. Ha, feels good. And go ahead and release. Let's go ahead to come to lie on our backs. I said we'd end lying down. I didn't lie, not this time at least. So go ahead and lie down. And we're just gonna do we're gonna do just a little mini combination of movements here. So the first movement we're gonna do is a hip bridge. Might be familiar to you. It might not be. Either way, feet flat on the ground, as flat as you can put them. About hip width apart. You can experiment with a little bit of external rotation, internal rotation, parallel, whatever works best for you. Wide, narrow, just explore. We're gonna go ahead and lift the hips off of the mat. So putting your arms on the ground, putting your feet on the ground, lift the hips up, maybe just as high as you can open the front of the hip flexor. So we're not gonna pop the ribs. We're gonna keep the belly nice and engaged here so that it's not turning into a back bend. And go ahead and lower down. And just do that a few times. Just lift the hips. Think about opening the front of the hip crease. And so often this move gets focused on like the work and the glutes and the hamstrings, which is cool. I'm 100% for that work, but it also just really feels good to open up the front of the hip. Let's go ahead and come back down. And then from here, I want you to bring both knees to the right and then both knees to the left. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's try that one more time. Both knees to the right and both knees to the left. And now let's put all of those things together. This will be our last thing here today. So we're gonna do a hip bridge. We're gonna press the hips up, soften down, send the knees to the right, send the knees to the left. Let's repeat that a few times. Pressing the hips up, dropping the hips down slowly, send the knees to the right, send the knees to the left. Minor switch, we're gonna just send the knees to the left this next time. So go ahead and press your hips up, lower them down, send the knees to the left, send the knees to the right. Such a small change, but it felt kind of interesting in my hip there. I don't know what you noticed in yours. Go ahead one last time, press your hips up to the left. We're doing the reclined Cupid shuffle here, to the right, and go ahead and come to the center. Now from here, what we just did, that right left, I want you to wiggle your feet out wider than they were, and go ahead and just do that a few times. Just the swishing the legs side to side. No exaggeration. One of my favorite movement patterns. There's a little cardinal chirping in the background, probably saying, ooh, I love that too. Thanks, Papa Cardinal. Let's go ahead and do all of this one more time each way. Take a moment here for, let's take 3 deep breaths together. So your legs can come in the center. You can do whatever feels good. Don't overthink it. Let's take a nice full breath in, filling up the belly. Exhale out of the mouth. Soften everything in your torso and your back, your hips. Big breath in, fill up. Exhale as you release, see if you can soften any tension you might notice. One last time, big breath in. Full exhale. Keep exhaling. Keep exhaling. And release. Thank you so much for being here, for giving your body a little movement break, and I hope you have a great day. And I hope to see you back here in Messy Mindfulness soon.